Hello and welcome to DNQ Football, where today we are reacting to this month's AFCON draw ahead of the 2023 to be played at the start of 2024 tournament held in the Ivory Coast. Ryan, it seems like probably a post-COVID thing. This tournament comes around quick, I feel like. Would you agree with that?
When was the last one?
It feels like 2 minutes ago to me. It really does. Maybe it was the Gambia hype. Maybe I'm still on the Gambia hype train.
It was
From the
last year,
last
was it?
tournament. I don't
22.
know.
Or
I
was it
feel
this
like it
year?
was.
It
It
wasn't.
can't have been this year. Was it this year? Should we
We
start
should have.
again?
We should have. No. Let's keep this in. This is raw. This is coming. This is the most ill-prepared video you're gonna see on DNQ. So thanks so much for joining us. This is also the slowest reaction to the AFCON draw because this happened a little while ago, right? But we've
2
been
weeks
busy.
ago.
We've been busy. We had the October international break that we covered in some decent detail. And then, because we are busy people, we've had work and life to live, which always sucks. So now we are reacting to the AFCON draw, which happens 13th of January 2024 to the 11th of February 2024. Mate, where are we starting? Are you going to do some cool techie stuff?
Let's do some technique details
Yes, the
and
technique
bring up for
details.
you
Welcome to DNQ. Make sure to like and subscribe because of this quality content.
always. And if you haven't recognized this already, this is called Wikipedia.
I
We
don't know if
use
you've
it
heard,
as much
for
as we
anyone
can.
that's not familiar with Wikipedia, it's this
This is what it
really,
looks like.
this is what it looks like.
This is the high quality content. If you've watched one of these recently, since we've moved to using this sort of streaming recording software, sometimes I can create these nice little diagrams that look good. But you know what? We're just going to be running down the group. All I'm going to be doing throughout the video is this. And it just makes it easier if we can just talk about it like this. So,
It's good, mate.
format wise, groups A through to F,
Yep.
top two go through. That would leave us with 12 teams. But you can see the third place team, currently Equatorial Guinea in Group A, they've not played a game. Of the third place teams, 4 of the 6, the best performing 4, go through to the round of 16 because it then becomes 16. And simple as that, from that point on, really, as you'd expect, 16 down to a quarterfinal, semi-final, and grand final as well. And let's just kick off talking about Group A. We have the Ivory Coast, Nigeria, Equatorial Guinea, who did really well last time out. A lot of people were cheering for them, and Guinea-Bissau, a nation on the up as well. But before we get into sort of who we think is going to do well in this group, which, spoiler alert, might be the top 2 already, is this, Ryan, an example of exactly the AFCON group you don't want to see, with 2 strong, 2 middle?
I agree, but then I also think Africa is such a sensational place for football that anyone on their day can beat anyone, and I always feel like you get an upset in AFCON. So yes, I'm going to be extremely boring and predict that the top 2 that are listed here will be the clear favourites to get through this group. But you never know. I mean, Ivory Coast as the host will have added pressure. Equatorial Guinea have got previous. I like Equatorial Guinea because they've got Pedro Obiang, ex-West Ham. And I always have this weird thing where I quite like a player that's, a big player, whether that's Serie A, Premier League, whatever, who then changes sort of their national team allegiance and goes to a sort of a lesser nation, as it were. So big up Equatorial Guinea, big up Guinea-Bissau. Is that a bit of a rivalry there? Hold on, a Guinea rival. I'm rubbish with geography, mate. Can you?
I mean, they have the word Guinea. It's probably
It's
as much of a
the Guinea
rivalry.
derby.
No, Guinea-Bissau is the derby. Equatorial Guinea, I would argue less so, but do correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I think it's more of a derby than Guinea-Bissau versus Papua New Guinea. But you never know.
That's good insight. That's good insight. Interestingly, this is Ivory Coast's 25th appearance at AFCON. That is only bettered by Egypt, who have appeared in the tournament 26 times. Let's do this, mate. I'm going to go Ivory Coast, Nigeria. I'm going to be really, really boring, but the quality of both sides, I don't think Ivory Coast are quite the side that they once were. But Nigeria and Ivory Coast would be my favourites to go through. Can Equatorial Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, can they cause an upset? Can they get enough points to sneak into that third spot? Not sure. Thoughts? Agree? You agree with me?
I do agree with you. The only thing I'll say is this is another tough one, because if Equatorial Guinea and Guinea-Bissau were to draw with each other, very possible that happens. They're not in best spot to get through as third place team, so it's tough. There is no I wouldn't say there's a real punch bag in this group, by the way. I think that the games that Ivory Coast and Nigeria play against Equatorial Guinea and Guinea-Bissau won't be easy for them. I think those two sides will make it tough, but you do have to give them the edge. I think that if it finishes in the order that it's currently written, I wouldn't be massively surprised. But it'd be great to see Equatorial Guinea or Guinea-Bissau cause some upsets in that one.
Yeah, Group absolutely, B. Mate. Let's go Group B. Let's hit it up.
See, Group B's got some real spice in it. Egypt, as you said there, one of the most frequent AFCON attendees, as it were. Joined by Ghana, a side that aren't what they were maybe 5 years to a decade ago. Cape Verde and Mozambique. How do you see this one shaping up?
Again, it's one of those where there's some spiciness here, but I'm going to be so boring. I think the top two are probably going to advance to the knockouts, and then Cape Verde will probably have a shot of that third spot, because again, I'd expect them to beat Mozambique. Mozambique, it's their sort of their first appearance at AFCON for over a decade. They haven't qualified since 2010. This is their fifth appearance, and they've never got through the group stage. So it'd be an amazing achievement if they could get through, but they've been handed a really tough, because Cape Verde are a really solid outfit. Egypt and Ghana. Ghana, actually, they've not won. Ghana haven't won AFCON since, hold on, I've got a really lovely list here. And it was quite stunning. Since 1982.
Oh.
They've not won AFCON. Sorry, mate. Yeah, I was going to say it took me ages to find them. They've not won it since 1982. So they are massively overdue. A win, really. Egypt won it as recent as 2010. It's a tough group for Mozambique, isn't it? And Cape Verde, best performance in 2013. They got through to the quarterfinals. They were at the 2020. Well, they were at the last AFCON in. It says here the last appearance 2021. Was it 2021 that was then played in 2022? They do this weird things with the dates, don't they, AFCON?
Well, because of COVID.
Because of
COVID. So delayed. So I do think it was at the start of 2022
in
the end.
I think you're right. No, I think you're right. What about you, pal? Thoughts?
Well, I think Egypt will get all 9 points. I think Cape Verde will beat Mozambique. And then I think, you know what? Why not give half a shot for Cape Verde against Ghana? I think that's only a narrow advantage to Ghana. I do think, if it finishes in the order that it's written, I wouldn't go crazy. But you know what? Why can't Cape Verde compete with Ghana? I think Mozambique will find it tough. And I think Egypt, who will probably be looking to win this AFCON, we'll talk about the side that they're probably going to be up against the most, Senegal, at the start of Group C that you can see there. But yeah, I think Egypt to win, Mozambique, unfortunately, maybe to come bottom of that group. And then why not Cape Verde running Ghana as close as they can? But as you say, if Cape Verde get the win over Mozambique, they put themselves in a decent spot as one of the top placed third place sides.
They've got a good side, Cape Verde, to be fair. Yeah, that Ghana, that's a good shout. The Ghana game, the Ghana Cape Verde game will be a big one. They've got a lot of players that play across Europe, Cape Verde, across all the different leagues. And they've been quite a solid outfit for a little while. It'll be a tight group, that one, with Egypt to probably run out winners, mate, I'd say. Should we move on to C?
Let's do it. Look, we've touched on Gambia a lot throughout the years, because they were and still are the lowest ranked team at AFCON. So that video that we did before the last AFCON about Gambia being the lowest ranked team still stands. They are back-to-back lowest ranked teams, despite going up 25 places. Of course, it's only their second appearance. They just about made it to AFCON, and I think that they're going to have a slightly tougher time than last time out, where, of course, they shocked and got to the latter stages. I do think there's half a chance for them to get a decent third place spot, but Senegal are an insanely good team. Cameroon are similar with Ghana, maybe not as good as they were a few years back, but still very solid. And also Guinea are, I'd say Guinea, Gambia, similar-ish levels, maybe slight advantage to Guinea, but certainly Gambia in 125 in the FIFA World Rankings at the time of recording. It's going to be a tough one for them, Ryan.
Yeah, I'd expect so, mate. I think this is the group of death just purely on the inclusion of Senegal and Cameroon. Senegal, 2021 champions, 2021, 2022. So current holders. Cameroon won it as recent as 2017. And then Guinea, who have been, this is their 14th AFCON appearance. So they are far more of like an established nation at this level. This is only Gambia's second ever appearance, isn't it? As you said, their lowest ranked team again. I think that if they get through this group, it would probably be a bigger achievement than the quarterfinal of last time. Is that a ridiculous statement? It probably is, isn't it? But it would be an insane achievement. I almost see it that the group going as is listed. God, we're being boring here with our predictions, aren't we? But look, Gambia have only just scraped through. They've done a great job in making it back to back, but they have been handed an incredibly difficult draw. And I sort of see it going as is, really. You can almost sort of see a Senegal, Cameroon. It'll be a 9-6 on points. It'll be 9-6, or it'll be 7-7, because I'd expect them both to beat the other two teams, the Guinea and the Gambias. And then Gambia v Guinea, it's like, does the winner of that sneak a spot in the last 16 due to that third place? Maybe. What do you think, pal?
Well, I think that Guinea are okay, and I think that Gambia have beaten sides better than Guinea in the past. And I think it's doable again. You mentioned at the start, AFCON throws up some crazy results.
The manager knows what he's doing, doesn't he?
He knows what he's doing. They'll set up defensively and they'll try and spring on the counter. And look, I don't always know what the quality of pitches is like in these places. You know, sometimes if it was being played on a carpet, you definitely sort of give the advantage to the better teams, but it's not always like that. And you know, why not? Guinea and Gambia, they just need to desperately try and get a point out of Cameroon, who of course just about made it. Let's not pretend like they smashed qualification. Cameroon,
yeah.
they do have weaknesses if they don't sort of switch on. They've got great players, especially attacking players, but I do think that, I mean, Senegal will win every game. I'd be surprised if they didn't. And I think it comes down to whether or not Guinea or Gambia can pinch a point off of Cameroon. Otherwise, I don't see them going through. Again, this is another game where they could draw with each other and kind of shoot each other in the foot here. I do get what you're saying about Gambia. If Gambia were to get out of this group, either second or a really good third place performance, that would arguably be a better achievement than last time out, because firstly, back-to-back out of the group, which not that many AFCON teams do.
No.
Certainly at that level, it would really show the momentum of how that nation's improving. And also, it would mean that if they got out of this group, they can probably beat whoever they get in the next round, you know? But I think it is going to be a tough one. Again, I mean, you know, a lot of these groups, as we'll go on to with Group D now, they are led by really, really decent sides. Any side that qualifies for AFCON is a really, really decent side. So, yes, I agree. But let's move on to Group D. This one, though, whilst Algeria, strong favourites to win in my eyes, this one's got a little bit more to it, a little bit more spice. Burkina Faso, Mauritania, who, of course, got Abubakar Kamara, another player that, as we said, has played in the top division in Europe and then has represented his national side. And Angola as well, who have a few players across the top European leagues.
Yeah, this is an interesting one, mate. I didn't know that Angola had dropped to 117 in the rankings. They used to have a player called Manucho, and he used to play for Hull or Man United. Can't remember. It's going back a few years now. This one feels more even. You've got Algeria there, 30-something in the rankings. Burkina Faso are 58. Mauritania are 100-ish. Sorry, I haven't got the numbers in front of me. And then Angola, 117, because looking at it earlier when I was looking at Gambia stuff. This has a feel of someone, you know, you'd say Algeria, probably your favourite, but then I really think that I would say not even that is guaranteed. I quite like the Mauritania shout here, mate. They did well at the last AFCON. Where did they get to? They got to the last 16? Did they get out of the groups?
Yeah, they got out of the group, I believe.
No, they didn't. They got knocked out in the group stage. Oh, it's a pity. Yeah, 2021, 20. So this is their third AFCON appearance, and they've actually gone back to back to back, 2019, 2021, 2023. So they're moving nice. So look, hopefully a bit more experience. I'm going to go out there, mate, and I think that it'll be in Algeria. I think
Burkina
Mauritania
Faso
will.
are decent.
I think yeah, they are. I was just thinking about that. Bertrand Traore. Petrita still playing for them?
I doubt it.
I think Mauritania can sneak through. I think on a third.
I think this one for me, if you almost want Algeria to beat everyone, so that it's a level playing field, because those head-to-heads are a lot more evenly contested. There's no reason why Mauritania can't get something out of Burkina Faso. There's no reason why Angola can't compete with the sides as well. Listen, they've qualified for AFCON for a reason. Mauritania, like you say, back to back, still improving. I don't see any reason why we can't have a bit of AFCON magic here, and one of these sides make it through. I definitely agree, and I think Mauritania probably the best place to do that.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I agree. Sorry, I was just having a look at the team. They've got that Burkina Faso. I've got that Utara, who's at Bournemouth and doing quite well as well, actually. So
they've always been a very solid team, actually, haven't they? They've not really changed much.
They've got a good side. I'd say I think there can be some upsets, and maybe one of the third place teams in this group can go through.
Did you just take a look at Burkina Faso's team and change your mind?
Yeah, I did, because it's a good side.
Yeah. No, I think it is. I think it is.
I use this site. I don't know if anyone on this is watching this video has heard of it. It's called Wikipedia. Yeah. Cutting edge. Anyway, mate, go on. We've not really analysed that one very well, isn't it? But that's Group D. Group E?
Well, I mean, Algeria will win the group. After that, we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
Group E. Now
this is a packed group.
Yeah.
This is pretty packed and stacked. Tunisia have sort of done well. I just think they always seem to be, and again, this is just showing a real lack of detail. They always seem to be at the World Cup. Tunisia, their last World Cup. Did we have them in our group?
Tunisia are just always there. You forget about Tunisia. If you were to try and name the top however many ranked teams in Africa, you wouldn't say Tunisia.
No.
And yet they're always there. They're always there. They tick along. They're obviously pot one draw. And they'll be good. And they'll quietly, you know why? Because Tunisia will quietly get to the quarterfinals and then probably go out to Senegal. And it won't be a huge amount to write home about.
Qualified for the last 2 World Cups, and I feel like England have had them in our group. They've got the striker that plays for Benfica. Is it Benfica? Oh, maybe not. Damn, I thought they had that striker. Oh no, that's not. No, sorry, that's Iran.
That's Iran. Knowledge.
No, yeah, I know. Sorry, they have the Benfica. The Iran have the. Sorry, ignore me. I'm all over the place. It's been a busy day at work. So we are going. Sorry, let me look at this. Tunisia, Mali, South Africa, Namibia. Now Namibia. Let's talk about Namibia, mate, as another really low-ranked team. Let's show them some love. They are 1-1-3 or something in the rankings. This is only their 4th ever appearance at AFCON, and they have never made it past the group stage. Do you think they're going to do it this time?
No, I do not.
God, you're so negative.
I think Mali are going to win the group.
You think Mali are going to win the group? I like that shout.
I think Mali are going to win the group. I think that Mali are a team to watch at this year's AFCON, or next year's AFCON as it happens. And I think that they did well in qualification. They were in the same group as Gambia, Congo, South Sudan, with the exception of one game. I think they won every game apart from one.
Yeah.
They're really strong all across the pitch. Good pace, good power. I think it'll be between them and Tunisia. I think they're both slightly better than South Africa. But I actually think Mali to win, and then a shootout between Tunisia and South Africa for that second spot. And I think a lot of that depends on who beats Namibia and by what amount. Namibia, no slouches themselves. Really competitive. We've seen them in CASAFA Cups. We've seen them in AFCON qualification. They're tidy for a smaller side, and they're definitely on the way up. And so I think that whilst I don't see them getting out of the group, I think that they can shape it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I like that. This is a difficult group, I think, for someone like South Africa.
Yes.
Because you think they'll probably look at some others and think, oh, we could have done a little bit better there. Because they'll probably look at both Tunisia and Mali and think, oh, they'll beat Namibia.
Yeah.
They've got a decent team, South Africa. That Burnley striker plays there, but I quite like. I know Burnley haven't started the season very well. That
like
Lyle
him,
Foster, Lyle
Foster, I like him.
Foster.
Yeah,
Is it Lyle? Is it
yeah.
Foster? I think it will be exactly what you've said. I like that as a detailed. I like it a lot. I like it a lot, mate.
Yeah, and I think between South Africa and Tunisia will be really interesting, and I think that game holds a lot of weight in this group.
Quick quiz question: have South Africa ever won AFCON?
South Africa have won one AFCON.
Oh, they have, yeah. How did you know that?
That was a guess.
Oh, wow. Okay, what year?
I'm going to guess the year.
Are you looking at it? You are, aren't you?
No, you can see the screen that I've got on.
Oh yeah.
1972.
No, 96. 1996.
Oh, okay.
I was impressed.
I was right with one, though.
Yeah, done well.
I will say South Africa, again, we've mentioned this for a few teams, and we don't mean it in a derogatory way. South Africa, not the team they were a decade ago either.
Just because they haven't got Shabalala anymore. Or
yeah,
Benny
but
McCarthy.
I feel like, I was going to say,
we're not talking about a decade, mate. We're talking like 2 decades now. We're getting old.
I know, worrying. Anyway, Group F and the final group in AFCON.
Yep.
This is kind of sound. I'm just going to scroll up for a sec, right? We spoke about Group D, Algeria, Burkina Faso, Mauritania, Angola. Whilst this one's a little bit more competitive between sides 2, 3, and 4, as it were. Similar group. I expect Morocco. I love Morocco as a side. They did so well at the World Cup, of course. I expect them to beat everyone on top of the group. Other than that, take your pick.
Yeah, I love Tanzania in this. I also love Zambia. Now, Zambia haven't been to AFCON since 2015. So that's, a decent few AFCONs that they've missed out on. They came 4th in the 2015 AFCON.
How does that happen? And then
you haven't qualified. It's like Italy. They won the Euros and they didn't qualify for the World Cup. Absolutely insane. So that's a really interesting one. I think you will have Morocco, and then as you said, it's a real dogfight, isn't it, for that last spot?
Sure.
Tanzania is an interesting one. This is only their 3rd ever appearance at AFCON. They qualified in 2019, but then before that they hadn't taken part since 1980. They have the Samata.
Bwana Samata.
Samata. Who's he playing for now?
Don't know.
PAOK. He's playing for PAOK in Greece. He's a goal machine for them. They've got they've got Simon Musuva and Ali Samata, 22 and 21 goals for the national team. So they pack a punch up front. So they've got they won't be too disappointed, I don't think, with that group. As actually, mate, you know what? I'm looking at this now. Tanzania, we've said about Gambia being the lowest ranked team. In the most recent update, it's actually Tanzania.
It is?
I know. Yeah, it's 1-2-2. I'm looking at it now. 1-1-8 Gambia. They've gone up from 1-2-5, and Tanzania have also gone up, but they're now at 1-2-2. So Tanzania have stolen.
Wow. I apologise, Tanzania. Tanzania, the lowest ranked team at AFCON.
Yes, give them
this is
what
happens.
They deserve.
This time of year, with all of these ranking changes, they come thick and fast.
There's a lot of games. There's a lot of games. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. It'll be interesting to see if that's still the case after, because in November, of course, African qualification for the World Cup kicks off. So that might change a few things. And then this video might go from being factually inaccurate to factually correct again.
Well, no, because we've been factually inaccurate, but then we've corrected the fact so that we are now factually correct.
Oh, goodness.
Like I really like Tanzania here as an outsider.
Ooh.
I really like them either 2nd or 3rd. Morocco to win the group. And then Tanzania, Zambia, DR Congo, they're just going at it for those two spots.
Anyone's.
DR Congo probably would be my favourites to come second, just because they've got a solid team. Again, lots of players that play across the European leagues. Bakambu up front. Masuaku, how could we forget, as West Ham fans,
Masuaku,
left wing back.
The centre back that used to play for Newcastle.
Oh yeah, Mbemba.
Yes, Chancel
Mbemba. So they've got some. Oh, hello. Sorry, Grady Diangana.
Oh.
Yep, changed his allegiance to DR Congo. He's made one appearance. Wow, go on, Grady lad. I now think DR Congo will probably come second in this. I didn't know about that. That's cool.
Well,
Morocco, DR Congo, Tanzania to come third and qualify and have a real run. I'm liking Samatta and Masuva up front.
I'm going to go Morocco, Zambia.
Oh, okay.
DR Congo, Tanzania.
Zambia
to surprise, get a draw out of Morocco and beat the other two. It will come down to goal difference as to why they don't come top. And then for them to make the semis. DR Congo
Zambia,
to progress.
you're talking about here?
Yeah, I'm talking about Zambia.
You're just talking. You thought you'd end the video with a load of utter nonsense. Love it.
Why not? It's AFCON.
Anything can happen.
So true. And as we'll just cover off here so that you can see for yourself, the best place, third place sides, the four best place, third place sides, if that makes any sense, will progress through to the round of 16.
Yes.
If you had to pick a winner of AFCON months in advance,
Morocco.
Yeah, I think Morocco as well. I was going to say Senegal back to back, but I've changed it.
No, it's Morocco.
Great song.
Morocco, my friend.
Well, November is going to hold. Thank you so much for
that was a good one. Enjoyed that a lot. Hope you did too. Anyone watching who's still with us?
Always. Coming up to half an hour in to our reaction to, and you know what? Yes, it wasn't overly prepped, but it's a reaction. Was it 2 weeks late? Yeah, but it was a reaction. You've seen people react. Like and subscribe for more.
Yeah.
Better videos as well. And of course, ahead of the November international break, where the African teams will finally shape up in.
Can we do some magic where we link to where we've predicted every winner of that?
We'll end screen it. It will be the end screen video.
Love it.
So yeah, like and subscribe for more. As always, we'll see you next time.